Let's talk about corruption. Many people in Greece say that even when they do agree to take a loan and aid from the European Union, the money that comes doesn't reach the people. It stops somewhere up there in the political pipeline, and Greece is also defined as the most corrupt country in the European Union, meaning the money is sent. People live in austerity in order to try and give back the money that they got, but the money isn't reaching the citizens. So, what do you do with the conflict where the people are asked, do you want aid? Are you willing to undergo certain restrictions? They say yes. The money comes, gets stuck somewhere up there in the pockets of those sitting on the faucet. Now, corruption, it's a well-known calamity. But all the conditions here are accumulating into a kind of a social catastrophe. So you, as a Greek citizen, what would you feel? It's like a crazy reality. You have zero ability. I'm glad that this is what's revealed both in Israel and in Greece and around the world. It's called the recognition of evil, where our ego, our nature, if we go and encourage that snake that's sitting in each one of us, this is what we come to. And it's very good that finally we're starting to understand it a bit better. What do you expect? I don't understand. Only the weak feel trapped? Yeah, but the elites, they can't do it any other way. Nature forces them to. Nature does. I sat here with economists. They told me that now there's this tendency in economy to strengthen the rich. Because if you strengthen the rich will eventually take care of the weak. Because simply handing out to the weak, it's a bottomless barrel. So let's strengthen the rich. I told them that the way I see it, it's so distorted that it can't be any worse. Probably it's the end of the path. Or they'll invent something even more, I don't know. But it will never come from the rich to the poor, ever. Because the feeling of lack, the more a person fills himself, it grows. Someone who has 100, he wants 200. That's it. That's the law of nature. So there's no point where he says, okay, I have enough, I'll help. No. And therefore, each and every government in the world is only thinking about how can we steal. No government will think about how to make things better for the citizens. What? There are angels sitting there or people? If there are people, then I'm not blaming anyone because their nature is to care solely to get elected. Maybe maximum for their voters, he's doing something on the side for them in order to save them for the next elections. But beyond that, no way. He has no sensitivity towards others. And we see what's going on also in our country. And therefore, they have no choice. It'll reach an explosion. I said it many years ago. It will reach a great big explosion. And let's hope that this explosion will be one of the recognition of the evil of people and not a TNT kind of explosion. What kind of explosion do you see? Either with explosives or within people, where a person says enough, where the world says enough. We need a new paradigm, a new attitude towards life. We see that our entire attitude, our entire approach is wrong. Let's start educating ourselves for a new kind of life. What kind of new life could there be? Only inequality. Only equality. This is the only thing nature demands us to do. Connection and equality. So, were we to correctly listen to the cry of the Greek people, what should we do? What are we supposed to do when we hear them cry for help? What will happen to the Greek people is, as usual, they will take whatever they have in their hands, sticks, guns, and will go against the Jews. That's it. The Greek people. Yeah, specifically the Greek people. First of all, because they have it in their nature. And secondly, because they suffer the most. So this is the first thing that will come to their mind, that eventually the Jews are responsible, are to blame for all their problems. It's interesting what you're saying, because when I look at Greek's political map, the whole right is becoming stronger, and also anti-Semitism. Yeah, it's the big party there. Very big party that truly grew stronger is the Nazi party. They were always Nazis, but I don't blame them. But because we are not realizing what we have to do, we're not publicizing, giving to the world the method of correction, the method of connection. This is what's happening in Greece and in Europe, and the Jews are to blame, and eventually the Jews, they have to teach the world the method of connection. And if they do not pass it on to the whole world, then the world's suffering, and there's nothing you can do. Then we'll put more pressure on the Jews, and it's good. That's how it's arranged from above, that they'll put more pressure on us, and that will eventually force us to really examine what do we have, and acknowledge the wisdom of Kabbalah, and teach everyone.